How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here with another episode of Once Upon a Time Season 4 as we get into episode number 12 and I guess the second half of this season, which has been pretty fun so far. We've had a departure from the Frozen arc and set things up for what seemingly is to come with the author, of course. Operation Mongoose has an additional member with Emma being integrated. But not just that though, but we saw the ramification of Rumpel's, I guess, manipulation, etc. And Belle, she had enough and forced Rumpel into banishment from Storybrooke. But as we saw, it's not like it's going to be a permanent banishment, because it seems like Rumpel is going to be gathering his anti-Avengers, as I like to put it. He went to confront Ursula in the last episode. One can assume he's going to confront Cruella de Vil, who made an appearance in the last episode, which is really great to see, and I'm excited to see how they handle her character. So yeah, but I'm really excited to see what this second half brings us, and to see how it fares with the first half of this season. So why don't we get into episode number 12 of season 4 for Once Upon a Time? Let's go.
I need you all in one piece, or rather, 3 pieces.
Rumpelstiltskin.
This is how they all know each other, really, I guess.
Tell me why I left the sea for this.
Oh yeah, the reason for this little tete-a-tete, we all have something in common, and apart from mutual distaste, we're villains, and it's time the villains got their happy endings.
I think not. Just like the good old days, right? She didn't have a good taste for it, so...
Out to some of the finest minds in the world, and one of them will get back to us. I know it.
If we're reduced to those magic boxes, then I'd say hope is in short supply.
They, call it the internet. It can help us. And once we get the fairies out of the hat, they can help us raise
adjustment to the modern era is just so good.
Forever.
I feel so bad for Belle, but
Yeah, I just hope he's found whatever it is he's looking for.
It might not be good news for you guys, but I think Hook's got a point. He did love her, but obviously power was more of a bigger appetizer as well, so...
I can get you back everything you've lost and more.
You know, you talk a good game, Dark One, but can you deliver in a world with no magic where apparently walking is a challenge?
Oh, wow! Right at his throat!
There is magic in this world. You just have to know. Aren't you tired of feeling ordinary?
Ooh.
Get in.
Get in, peeps! We're going on a road trip!
Now then, darling, where are we going?
A quaint little town called Storybrooke.
No!
Suppose that's better than blaming bad judgment and gin.
Welcome to Mr. Clark's. What can I get you?
One double combo.
Make it 2. Rumple?
I'm surprised she didn't order the hot dog.
I'd like to survive from a happy ending.
That'll be 14:15. Please pull up to the window and have a clappity-clap-clap day.
It's been a few weeks.
Exactly, and I've conquered entire realms in less time.
Can you conquer these bottles? I thought they were twist-offs.
Do I look like I can pry them off with my teeth? I'm a queen and a bit more refined.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, but you just
Mom
love to
had a
see
bottle
these
opener here
two.
during her brief tenure somewhere.
Wait, don't...
Oh, she stitched it back together. Give it time. There we go. Just, I'm always expecting someone to say it didn't work, and then 1 second later. Hey! Welcome back! I mean, I'm sure that's a bit of damp. Oh! Oh, was that Maleficent?
The curse resides here.
And now, Ursula, if you don't mind.
Was she gonna just go all Doc Ock on it? Yeah.
This what you're looking for?
Precious trinium.
What the hell? What is going on?
I'm leaving with my prize, and you? You're about to die.
Oh!
Adieu.
Well, Maleficent did say she wanted a challenge. As the kids say, challenge accepted. Oh, was that the thing that came out of the... Okay. Okay.
Your promises. Please put the gun down. You react.
No more tricks. We're about to walk into a trap. Tell us now, darling. Because out here,
Love a gun.
you're nothing more than a cripple. A coward with a real-world ability to die.
Yo!
You're right. You're right.
So, you say you're banished? Who banished you and why?
So interesting seeing the power change.
Fairies are only in the hat because I put them there.
You weren't in control of that. That was gold. Trust me. You have a mark in the hero column.
I hope so.
I'm glad that Emma understands that wasn't Hook. That him right now, he would not do that, and right now you can see he's being racked with guilt.
This is where hope has gotten me. We'll find him, Regina. It's not like he just vanished. Blue, do you have any idea why he might have disappeared?
Maybe he disappeared in a crisis.
But there
Maybe
was
the author's
that
Barry
he had
Allen.
hidden clues in some of his works. You mean works like Henry's book?
Oh, Lordy!
I knew it.
Yeah, I had a feeling it would go after Maleficent as well. I don't know why. Oh no, it doesn't have red eyes, okay. I think it's just because it looks very, very more imposing on the tower.
Surely the Savior and the Evil Queen can defeat a simple hell beast.
Can we drop the E word already?
Yeah, we're moving past it, but let's go. Let's go, gals. That's, nice.
You'll find out tonight, won't you?
Can't really blame them for being a bit caught. Ooh.
Regina, who is it?
The sea bitch.
I've missed you too. How are you?
That's sus.
The heart with the darkest potential. Now that gold's gone, well, who else could that be? I mean, is there a dwarf named Evilly? Hey,
The secret dwarf.
You.
Other than stealthy,
I'm
Rick.
not sure we have much of a choice.
That thing's magical, right?
I would say magical's a pretty good guess.
So if it's magic, what happens if it leaves town for a world with no magic?
Ooh.
No magic, no beast. So all we have to do is lead it over the town line.
Yeah, bait it.
What made you choose yellow? What? You bug. Yellow? Bold choice. I like yellow. I like storage. Is this really the time to question my taste? Sorry, I'm just trying not to think about being some demon's lunch. You're not going to be
I love it though.
confident.
Future BFF interaction, right?
What is this thing made of tin? Hang on.
Hey, nice.
Horrible. But not as horrible as I once was.
Ooh, yeah, she was.
And if I deserve a second chance,
the bar.
someday, how could I sit here looking for my happiness and deny two others a chance at theirs?
I'm with Regina.
I mean, you can't really blame Regina, but obviously the Vera and me is like, yeah. It would have been it would have been fun if it said psych.
Welcome to Storybrooke.
Oh boy.
You won't regret it.
Ah, I see what they did. Yeah. They took the thing. I'm surprised they let them keep that, to be fair. Regina and co.
We're back, darling.
And how do you think that Chernobog was released? It was me.
Of course.
I'm the Oxford professor who translated the spell for Belle. The spell that
Kind of
released the
obvious,
fairies.
like, given the flashbacks, I guess.
Also happened to unleash that monstrosity. So I ask you to consider what I was able to do on the outside, at my lowest point, without magic. And then consider Regina is not the one we have to worry about.
What?
That beast did seek out the heart with the greatest potential for darkness, yes. But it wasn't going after Regina.
What?
It was after Emma Swan.
What? Potential darkness?
The boys up tonight.
Emma? What?
Being Henry.
No one must ever know what happened between us in the Enchanted Forest.
Hello, what?
And if you say one single word to anyone, especially Emma, you won't have to worry about the evil queen.
What?
I'll rip out your hearts myself.
What the heck? Okay, what happened? What? Yeah, what happened for, you know, Mary Margaret to just be like, I'm gonna choose violence if you open your mouth? I mean, they obviously expressed how they weren't big fans of Ursula and Cruella, but it seems there's a lot more to unpack. Maybe we're going to see that in the next episode, maybe further down the line. But it seems to be a pretty big deal to the point where Emma can't know, and yeah, the fact that Mary Margaret is like, I'm going to kill you if you open your mouth. So, well, not kill per se, but she's choosing violence as an option if they make a word. So yeah, this season, well, the second half of this season is already providing some very interesting stuff to deal with now Ursula and Cruella now integrated into Storybrooke and having to keep up appearances in order to achieve their happy ending and get one over on the heroes. But not just that, though. I think the very interesting moments were that the Chernobog wanted to go after the heart of the one that has the most darkest potential. That being Emma, not Regina. So, yeah, it will be very, very interesting to explore that and to see how that, you know, kind of spans out. So, yeah, I am really, really intrigued about that because I wouldn't have pitched it to be Emma whatsoever, but here we are. So, and I guess it kind of makes sense when Regina was at the line, the Chernobog was still on the car. So how that car doesn't have any more dents? I mean, it only suffered a smashed mirror, but the thing of that size should surely be able to, you know, tweak a bit of the metal, right? So I don't know. So I'm surprised that I mean we have to keep the car, so I'm guessing that's. Yeah, we can't replace the iconic card. I just really love how Regina was like, why did you choose yellow? So, but yeah, that's really, really interesting. As well as the fact that Snow and David have had interactions with Ursula and Cruella before, and that interaction needs to be buried and forgotten about. So, obviously, that's going to come to light at some point this season. Obviously, in terms of flashbacks, but, you know, nothing ever stays secret. And it's going to come out. It's going to come spiraling out to Emma, to everyone. And, yeah, so. But the fact is that Snow, she did choose violence. She said, you say anything, I will rip your heart out. So, yeah. Not her first rodeo. So she's done it before and she will do it again. So, of course, Ursula and Cruella do not know that, but we do. So she will do it again, folks. Oh, man, that would be very, very interesting when little secrets start spilling out. So, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to getting a bit of potentially more darkness for Mary Margaret. Who knows? So yeah, but no, I thought this was pretty great in terms of setting things up for the first half of, I guess, the second part of this season, especially with the flashbacks having Rumpel and Ursula, Maleficent, and Cruella. They first met. Rumpel betrayed them, and they faced the Chernobog. So yeah, I think as soon as we found out that the Chernobog was invading Storybrooke, and that Rumpel left the gals to face the Chernobog, I think it became abundantly clear, I guess, that he was the Oxford professor, I guess. So yeah, especially with the fact that that thing came out alongside the fairies. So yeah, and yeah, we had that whole we found a professor who's able to translate ancient spells. So yeah, I think once you put two and two together, I think it became a case of yeah, Rumpel. You had a feeling that Rumpel was the Oxford professor. So yeah, but no, I just really thought it was very great to see the first encounter with Maleficent, Ursula, and Cruella. And not just that, though, but how different the situation is in present day, because obviously Rumpel was standing over them in terms of power, and the tables had turned in this case because of the fact that Rumpel was powerless, and you had Cruella and Ursula who doubted what Rumpel was saying in regards to his plan, and you have reason to believe to understand why they chose not to believe Rumpel, because of the fact that fool me once, shame on you, etc. So yeah, I'm not. Yeah, we've done this rodeo before, and yeah, I'm not a fan of this game. So you're gonna have to do better than that in terms of convincing us, Rumpel. So things are still a bit shaky in terms of how Ursula and Cruella can feel in terms of trust now that Rumpel has gotten them into Storybrooke, but baby steps, I guess. So yeah, but not just that though, but you got to think, could lightning strike twice in the fact that Rumpel will betray them again? He'll lull them in, and they'll just be on the cusp of fully, I guess, trusting Rumpel, and then bam. So especially because Rumpel is a man of power, and he will do anything and everything to make sure that he will stand tall. So that could mean betray Cruella, Ursula, and inevitably Maleficent when she reintegrates with those three. So yeah, but yeah, it was really great to go into the flashbacks. Really good to focus on the present day stuff, especially the opening shot, everyone adjusting to the aftermath of Rumpel's banishment and the whole Frozen arc. So that was really wholesome to see, and it was really great to see a bit of Regina and Emma bonding as well as the fact that you had them to work together in order to try and defeat the Chernobog. So, yeah, but also the whole situation with Ursula and Cruella, because, the viewer in you is like, no, you can't trust them. This is not going to end well. But but with Regina's mindset, you can understand why she is reluctant to let them in, because she is the bar in terms of darkness. And if she can have a chance of a happy ending, if there is light for her, then surely Ursula and Cruella deserve a chance. So you can understand why Regina was reluctant. My main issue is they allowed them to keep the scroll. So obviously this, plays on to trust and all of that. Like they could, I guess you could keep the scroll or whatever, but like, it's baby steps in terms of trust, right? So you gotta ask for the scroll back but sadly that didn't happen. Rumpel let back in, chaos ensues. So Yeah, and I was just like, I'm surprised they allowed them to keep the scroll, considering, you know, if things do go to hell, then they can bring all sorts of chaos to Storybrooke. So, you know, they've just dealt with the whole snow coin situation, and not just that though, but Storybrooke hasn't exactly had a good record in terms of, in terms of antagonists, because we've had Zelina, we've had Pan. We could go on. So you gotta take precautions, and Storybrooke is just trying to adjust to happiness, and yeah, so it's a bit of a big risk in my opinion, but you know, damage is done now. Rumple's in, so yeah. It'll be very interesting to see how Belle will react to that, and I gotta say I really loved the discussions in terms of Hook, not just to Belle but to Emma as well. Hook is obviously still just being overwhelmed with guilt, and you can't really blame him because this wasn't on his own will. Hook right now, with his heart attached to him, would not siphon the fairies. He would not do what he did when Rumple was in control of him. But even though that Hook, I guess, knows that wasn't him, it still eats him alive that his physical form, etc., his mindset, it did those things. So yeah, and I really, really loved the fact that Hook did try to comfort Belle that, yeah, Rumple did love you. Yeah, and obviously we know that he was more so after power than love, but there is that case that, I mean, you saw it in the last episode how Rumple was pleading. And power just blinds him to the fact that you've just shot yourself in the foot. So I did like the fact that Hook was comforting Belle, but not just that though, but Belle to Hook as well, and Emma as well. She understood. Like she's not making a big deal about, like, as if you're on the CW for Arrow season 4, for example, where yeah, Emma understands that Killian is still a good person deep inside. She believes that, and that what happened when Rumple had his heart, that wasn't based on Killian's free will. That was Rumple telling him what to do, puppeteering him. So it is really, really nice that Emma has that reassurance to him, because she's seeing the hurt that Hook is going through. She is seeing the pain and the guilt and everything so negative that is clouding his mind. Even though that wasn't his own free will, it still hurts to think I was capable of doing this, etc. But you see Emma just trying to be comforting, and it's really, really good. She's able to tell Killian that, you know, it's not like you had a choice at the end of the day. Rumple had your heart. I know how the situation works, and yeah, so yeah, I am really, really glad that Emma came to a bit of an understanding there, and was trying to cheer up Killian. So yeah. But yeah, it was really, really good to see everything come about. I thought the Chernobog situation was really, really well done, and yeah, it does prompt some very, very intriguing situations. Like I said, with Emma, with Snow, and I'm excited to see more of I guess the trio in terms of backstory, because I'm sure we're going to get quite a bit of that in terms of delving into to Cruella's story, more Maleficent. Even though we saw a bit of her in season 1, there's always room to develop with Once Upon a Time, and more with Ursula as well. I'm just really curious, who's feeding the fish? Because I doubt she's living with someone. She was living with Rumple, although, you know, he was just sitting there and all of that. So I am really curious who's, you know, feeding her fish that she cherishes so much. So yeah, because I doubt she would have told anyone, hey, I'm going to be out for a while, so feed my fish, please. So, you know, big questions are, what's going to happen in terms of Emma having the greatest chance of having a heart of potential darkness, what happened with Snow, and seemingly Charming's interactions with Ursula and Cruella, and who's feeding the fish. So yeah, no, but I really thought this was a really, really good episode to kind of set things up and bring some very, very intriguing elements to potentially explore further down the line this season. So I am excited to see where things go. So yeah, very as well as the whole, of course, author situation. Since we know, I had a feeling that the sorcerer and the author were, you know, two different people. But we of course touch upon that in this episode. But that's also a thing that I'm very intrigued by this season. So quite a few things that is really, really intriguing to check out further down the line this season, with, I guess, less than 10 episodes left to go. So, yeah, consider me intrigued. So, yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check out my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!